Yuan Bingyan at long last introduced another show. The male hero's Yanzi's acting abilities are not second-rate compared to Cheng Yi, and he is supposed to find Liu Li. Hi, my companions. I accept that many individuals perceive Yuan Bingyan in the current year's hit show Liu Li Mei Renshak, correct? Since the courageous woman Zhuangji she plays in the play is extremely personal, whether she is crying or playing with the legend Cheng Yi. Albeit numerous watchers grumbled about Yuan Bingyan's magnificence when the show previously circulated, the more you watch it, the more fragrant it becomes. One might say that many individuals are drawn in by Yuan Bingyan's heavenly acting abilities. Be that as it may, after the blast of Liu Li, Cheng Yi and Yuan Bingyan were normally perceived by additional individuals. Around then, the feeling of CP when the two were in a similar edge can be supposed to be very astonishing, and numerous watchers really wanted to become Cheng Yi and Yuan Bingyan's CP fans. All things considered, numerous entertainers are CP fans that everybody is thumping here and there the show, and it happens that the two entertainers can advance it well, so everybody actually loves CP fans without a doubt. It's a pity that the great times didn't keep going long. Later Liu Li finished, Cheng Yi powerfully annihilated the CP, which made the CP fans at the occasion extremely miserable, and furthermore made Yuan Bingyan exceptionally humiliated. However, around then and even now, there are many individuals who support Cheng Yi, and nobody thinks it is unseemly. In any case, it must be said that contrasted in Luo Yangxi and Beilu's after-deals administration, Cheng Yi's methodology appears to be somewhat trivial, and many individuals reject this sort of conduct. This prompted the send-off of Cheng Yi's new shows consistently later Liu Li, invigorating the crowd's insight that Cheng Yi is a decent entertainer. However, it is evident that Cheng Yi has a decade of acting experience, and his acting abilities are to be sure entirely in vogue. It's no big surprise that everybody is encircled by him. In any case, Yuan Bingyan didn't bring another show for quite a while, which made many fans exceptionally miserable. However, as of late, Yuan Bingyan on the web has a great deal of information on the web saying that Yuan Bingyan at long last has another show coming, and the male hero's appearance and acting abilities are not subpar compared to Cheng Yi. I accept that even the ubiquity of the new dramatization is supposed to find Liu Li. Also, Yuan Bingyan's web-based play is designated Winter Flares. Does it feel extremely propelling by simply hearing the name? Nonetheless, Winter Blazes is for sure an exceptionally moving subject. It is a television series committed to the colder time of year Olympics. The plot setting is connected with the colder time of year Olympics. Winter Fire mostly recounts the account of the new colleagues Li Qingri and Bai Dongjun who were in the public instructional course and hung out in the choice rivalry and turned into the new companions of the old players like Tu Thian and Chen Huahuo, yet their beginning stage for understanding their fantasies was not smooth. With absolute attention to detail and help from the mentors and colleagues, these youngsters battled perseveringly, lastly saw their change, bearing the brilliance of the homeland and the country, and valiantly remaining on the field of the colder time of year Olympics. The male hero's acting abilities are comparable to Cheng Yi, and he is supposed to find Liu Li. Furthermore, as per the news on the web, this time Yuan Bingyan's male hero is Dinglun. With regards to this name, I accept everybody is intimately acquainted with it, correct? Since his new film will be delivered soon, many individuals who have watched the debut said that the nature of the film is exceptionally high, and Dinglun's acting abilities are excellent. It tends to be seen that everybody perceives Dinglun's acting abilities definitely, however from Tribute to Euphoria to Fragrant Honey, which made Dinglun well known, Dinglun truly discusses his acting abilities constantly. Whether it is a cutting-edge show or an outfit show, Dinglun's sympathy capacity is extremely high, and the subject of this time is so unique. I accept that Dinglun's acting abilities in the play will frustrate everybody. It is likewise a result of the disposition of the subject of the television series Winter Flares. I accept there will be a great deal of crowds who need to help it. All things considered, many individuals are exceptionally wistful, and they can't resist the urge to need to see such a television series. Support, all things considered, Dinglun and Yuan Bingyan's acting abilities are great, so I trust that the prevalence of the television series Winter Fire is supposed to find Liu Li. I trust that both of them won't strongly obliterate the CP this time. All things considered, both the male and female heroes will be exceptionally humiliated. This is by all accounts extremely unjustifiable to Yuan Bingyan. Notwithstanding, there is still information on the web, and everybody ought to be mindful about eating melons. Assuming it's valid, what is your take on the participation between Yuan Bingyan and Dinglun? Welcome to pass on a message in the remark region to examine. 02. Who said Cheng Yi is a traffic star? From youthfulness to development, slowly and carefully is his most fitting response. The bottom line is a hit, a case primarily based totally on actual activities, a good way to tug at our heartstrings. Jin Dong's appearing capabilities are undeniable. After all, he hasn't been a powerhouse big name for such a lot of years for nothing. The overall performance of Cheng Yi additionally provides a completely unique context to the production. When it involves Cheng Yi, the primary element that involves thoughts is Liu Li. In 2020, the function of Yu Feng on his paintings helped Cheng Yi to effectively open up the marketplace for gown idol dramas. Cheng Yi's site visitors and reputation is pretty high, and plenty of little fan ladies have already appeared him as a certified boyfriend of their minds. I notion that Cheng Yi might simply lie in his consolation zone. After all, it isn't always smooth to discover an area in which you could sense comfy with inside the surprisingly aggressive amusement enterprise. But in the bottom line, he sheds his fairy veneer and brings the grounded Joyan in his frock to all people's attention. Netizens were very complimentary of Cheng Yi, and in all people's opinion, he has truly stood the man or woman up. To be capable of have any such profound heritage at any such younger age indicates an uncommon ability. But what course in lifestyles is simple to follow? Cheng Yi truly entered the amusement enterprise again in 2011, whilst he starred in Tang Palace Beauty World. Later he became worried in productions such as Tricky Love and Queen Yun Zhi. However, with such a lot of roles, none of them have been capable of making him the focal point of the netizens' attention. But despite the fact that he become now no longer very famous and his glided reputation have been now no longer very high, Cheng Yi's appearing capabilities have been nicely honed with one function after another. It become now no longer till later that he met the mild and committed Yu Feng, who had ended up the high-quality model of himself after years of settling and honing. Subsequently, Cheng Yi has controlled to have his very own location with inside the circle, and slowly, he has been surrounded through higher and higher sources. And this 12 months, 2022, is even great for Cheng Yi. He truly seems like he is prepared to trap Earth place from spring olive the manor to wintry weather. In springs the moonlight of the mountain river, the mischievous and rebellious youngster Zhu Di become portrayed through him to perfection. In the summer, the fragrance of the sun become a large drama of immortal love and abuse, and with inside the autumn, the bottom line become an excellent solution to his question. And in wintry weather, he has a wintry weather love song known as The South Wind Knows What I Want coming up. He has exquisite works to provide to all people all through the 12 months, and his excellence is all with inside the roles he plays. When Cheng Yi first had become famous with Liu Li, a few humans stated that Cheng Yi's reputation become through chance. But how can a person be famous all 12 months spherical through luck? It's now no longer all depending on strength. Many humans assume that Cheng Yi is a glide big name. But in case you appearance carefully at his resume, you'll discover that he has ended up a powerhouse with inside the hearts of the humans. In Cheng Yi, humans can see the recognition and keenness of a famous pop big name, however they also can see the practicality and balance of a middle elderly actor. He has by no means diminished his expectancies of himself alongside the manner. This is the maximum actual motive for his success. However, netizens are nonetheless very involved approximately Cheng Yi's dating. There have been rumors of a dating among Cheng Yi and Meng Zhi, however they have now no longer pop out to reply to all of the speculation. Perhaps the maximum vital element for Cheng Yi in the meanwhile is to stroll his course as an actor and interpret his function nicely. In the past, Cheng Yi can also additionally were a minor man or woman who become now no longer very famous. But these days he may be known as an excellent big name in actual terms. Besides, Cheng Yi's imaginative and prescient is getting higher and higher those days, and the jobs he has taken in current years were very good. The roles he has taken on in current years have all been very good, and his fanatics are very satisfied to hear how a good deal he has grown alongside the manor. I look ahead to seeing him live actual to his originality as an actor, and I additionally look ahead to seeing increasingly more thrilling roles from him. 03. Gong Jun's agency has issued an explanation that there is an illegitimate daughter at the net and stated that they'll check out the problem thoroughly. Gong Jun's agency responded to the feedback made through netizens, pronouncing that the data at the net may be very untrue. The articles approximately tang-sieve and insults to different stars are Gong Jun's very own. Feedback such as White Horse Club are glaringly planned rumors. Gong Jun continues to be single and has no children. He is single and has no children. In reaction to the information that Gong Jun were fleshed out at the net, the agency strongly criticized the malicious robbery and leaking of Gong Jun's private data, and become genuinely illiberal of banks. The incident began out due to the fact that the nighttime of April 5th, Gong Jun became suspected to have a child, changed his age and had labored in a nightclub, and Gong Jun had become a target. It becomes suggested that a netizen named Gong Jun 91 had requested approximately the down screening online all through a preceding down screening, and in keeping with this account, a netizen observed a cellular LSL smartphone wide variety and QQ wide variety primarily based totally in this account, and Gong Jun's Weibo wide variety become the same. This take a look at worried a toddler all through being pregnant and plenty of humans commence to impeach Gong Jun's bachelor image. The tale quick unfold at the net and Gong Jun become fired up. Gong Jun himself become hacked online, and all of Gong Jun's social media structures and accounts, in addition to his own circle of relatives, members, jobs, and addresses, have been all picked up. Apart from the scandal of Gong Jun's marriage and children, the whole thing else become information and now no longer primarily based totally on anything. Many humans commented below, nowadays, rumors do not value money, a phrase of rumor could make humans run away, Gong Jun is just too poor, there are too many scandals, don't consider in rumors, do not consider in rumors, do not consider in scandals. Don't consider in rumors, do not consider in rumors. Gong Jun's agency additionally reacted very firmly, nothing is created out of nothing. We will truly take this rely to courtroom docket whilst the authorities is investigating it strictly. Since his debut, Gong Jun has been a completely honest youngster who has been welcomed through all. Those who labored with him praised Gong Jun for constantly being courteous and polite, constantly so honest and low-key. One phrase from the hearsay mill and the hearsay mill might be broken. The net isn't always an unlawful location and every person need to take obligation for his or her moves and combat for Gong Jun's rights and by no means tolerate it. Besides, celebrities need to have their very own private space. What are your mind in this rely? Please depart a remark in percentage with us all.